Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, it's a very hot day today. It was quite noisy outside. It seems to have settled down now. I believe Mr. Maintenance Guy has gone on his lunch break. Is that what I reckon? That is what I reckon. We've got the washing machine on in the background. I'm trying to allow some air to flow into the house. Some air to flow into the house. Okay. It's like a gush, a gust. A gush of passion. A gust of passion. Okay. Ace of Wands. Let's have a look at this Monday story. We're doing a Celtic cross apparently. Ace of Wands. There's a card here that really wants me to take it. Let's have a look at this Ace of Wands first. Okay, so we can see the fairy tale in the background, the palace. This is an opportunity from the universe. So it's not a major arcana. You don't have to take it, but it's being offered to you. A passionate, new adventure towards your fairy tale. Let's have a look at this block here. Okay, Divine Masculine. You're blocking this still. You got your stress. You're stressful. So you're feeling a little bit stressed here. Come on, look. You're having a look at it. Do I really want the fairy tale? Do I want all my dreams to come true this lifetime? It's a bit of a decision, isn't it? Looking at the corner of your eye at it. Could it really be true that this fairy tale is for you? Wow. What's with the wand you've got? I felt like a bit like playing noughts and crosses. Okay. Are you cross? I don't know if you look cross. You look a bit strict. So it feels like you're putting a head on it. What are you knocking on the head? Because you've got something on the head of your wand here. Okay, that's your challenge. I've got to knock this on the head. What have you got to knock on the head? Living in fantasy land. Okay. If that's your choice. Jasper, that was a very big sigh that came out of your nose. You sound like a dragon. What's gone on in the past for you to have this mentality and knock this on the head? Fairy tales and love and adventures and all your dreams coming true. So what's gone on in the past to make you have this kind of attitude? Got a bit of an attitude problem, Divine Masculine, when it comes to fairy tales. And okay, who's been speaking then to you? Someone's kind of has said something in the past to like squash all your dreams. Okay. I feel that's you wanting to transform, little butterfly here. But how on earth do you ascend when you have this character around? I think that she's telling you to get your heads out of the cloud. Your heads. How many heads have you got? Your head out of the clouds. So now you're considering. This feminine said, get your head out of the clouds. And you're like, okay, maybe I should. Maybe I need to knock it on the head. All this fantasizing, dreaming, wishing. So the Queen of Swords, she's sharp, she's blunt. She thinks logically. Not so much of an imagination. It feels very much as if she sticks by the rules. You stick to the book. What book? Not the fairy tale book. Fairy tales are for fools. Apparently, that's what this one's saying to you. Let's look at your, well, not your, let's look at the current energy. We'll have a look at how you're feeling about this situation in a few minutes. So, you can't take this feminine's advice to keep your head out of the clouds. Because the more messages come. When you try to knock something on the head, guess what? You're trying to control it. And the more you try to control something, the more it's going to show up. So you have lots and lots of messages now. Coming, flying through the air. So the divine is most definitely trying to get you to your passions. You're having a bombardment here of signs and synchronizations. This is the current energy. And they've knocked you down. Ten of Swords. Current energy. You're down. You really don't know what to do. Keep your head out of the clouds, but it looks like you're being pinned down to actually have a good look at those clouds. Should we have a look into your future? Okay. Who are you charging? There's some force here again. Looking into the future, you may still be ignoring all the... Well, you can't ignore the signs and synchronizations, but you feel it's not best to ignore this person. So, let's go back round in this cycle then. Let's go round in this this loop again. Because the Knight of Swords, he does whatever the Queen of Swords tells him to do. So he's like, okay, I'm charging my head out of the clouds now. Let's carry on with life. But it looks turbulent. It looks a bit windy. Have a look. You can see by the trees here. So you're forcing this. You need to go with the flow and allow things to happen and develop naturally. So you're forcing this divine masculine. It looks like, okay, into the future. Well, that could be today, tomorrow. Energy shift. But at the moment, you need to be pinned down a bit more. So this feminine here, she's trying to pin you down. Should we have a look at what spiritual assistance is behind the scenes for you? So not allowing you to evolve. There's birdies and butterflies on the kind of, should we say, the jacket to the horse. I'm not sure what's on your clothes here. Birds, I believe. Bluebirds. So you have butterflies and birds on the horse's attire. And then are they bats? The rain. The rain is a bat. Dracula. Energy vampire. So there's an energy vampire that's directing you, divine masculine. You're aware of it. But you're quite abiding. You're abiding by the rules. This feminine's rules. Why? Because you're still not getting the message. Okay. So we have butterflies and birds on the horse's attire. I feel you're going to do exactly what this feminine tells you to do. Is that a bird or a bat? So she wants you to stay in your cave, in your bat cave. Okay. You're waiting for Robin to come and rescue you. Cape Crusader. I think that's who the Batman and Robin were. And then when they were fighting, like, the darkness, it will come up, wouldn't it, with, like, we're talking about, you know, the Batman TV series back in the day. It'll come up like, pow! It was more, wow! So the more that you resist this, the more signs are going to come in. The reading yesterday said, if you resist this change, it's going to be put upon you a lot harder than what it needs to be. Shall we have a look at your spiritual assistance then behind the scenes? Moving on to calmer waters. You have to make that decision yourself. Going to walk the plank? Well, I feel if you do walk the plank, then you're going to be in calmer waters, and then you can just get in your little boat, man-made boat. It's a bit more like a coffin. Who's coughing? I feel this one could be coughing, as if to say, excuse me, are we away with the fairies today, or are we on planet Earth? So we have this moving away, Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters from, like I said, it felt like it was turbulent where you are. The current is turbulent. You're going to go to calmer waters? Well, that's what's assisting you behind the scenes, the Six of Swords, helping you to move on. But you're resisting. You're going against the flow. Okay, so now, how are you feeling about this situation? Two of Cups. I'm not actually feeling the divine connection with the divine feminine here, because the lion's scowling at you. He's saying, what are you doing? So I'm just going to do what this feminine tells me to do, and I'm just going to take what she's offering me. It's like you've had to hold your head down in shame. So you've been made to feel really silly about believing in fairy tales, or even considering that they could be real. Well, they haven't connected with the fairies then, have they? You're trying to put your best foot forward towards this other character. So you're doing everything you can to still please this Queen of Swords. She's blunt. She lacks tact. Okay. So I feel rather than hearing her words, it's best just to abide by her rules, because I believe her words can be rather cutting. And she's telling you to cut something out, and you're like, really, your soul's saying, yeah, I want to cut you out of my life. But there's still something that's holding you here. So how you're feeling about yourself? Two of Cups. I feel like you ditch the fairy tale, any future promise of pure, true love and happiness, and you're going to abide. You might be saying to this feminine, okay, we'll have a clean slate. We'll start again. What do you want me to do? Oh, that sounds a little bit pathetic, I'm sorry. You're asking this feminine, what can I do to make things better? Seriously? Divine's telling you what you can do to make things better. Get out of hell. You've got a get out of jail free card. This is your current energy. You're trying to be the Emperor. So the Emperor's committed. The Emperor committed to whatever he's got himself into. Now, the Emperor has a right to change his mind. How is this affecting other people then? Only you. You have plans to explore this world. You're only achieving partial success. It's because this connection is lacking romance. I'm not going to say it's lacking love and sex. I feel it's lacking romance. It depends what the love and sex is like, but there is no romance here. I can tell by the red roses. How this is affecting others, it's affecting you. You're trapped. in your castle. And are you going to throw that globe to be or not to be? Well, obviously it's not going to be, so we might as well just ditch that along with the wand. You're letting go of all your hopes and dreams here. Wand and globe, stressful. It's all causing you too much stress now to like follow through on your desires. So feels like you're not going to. You're not going to follow through on what you actually want. Okay, so that looks like what's on the cards for today. What's your hopes and fears then? Or should we just say, what are your fears? You're fearing being judged. You cannot stand this feminine judging you. The way that she speaks to you when you're not abiding by the law, the rules. So you're going to stay there. Okay, so you're lining yourself up for a life of judgment. There's your tomb now. Why do I feel like someone's having a coughing fit? So the health of the connection, the health of the family, because there's two little ones here. So not only is this detrimental to your well-being, but also anyone else that's observing. You all follow her rules. Okay. Should we have a look at the outcome that's on the table for today? Judgment is your fear. Don't be surprised if things start to go a bit pear-shaped for this one, because Divine will take care of this. They're helping you to move on to calmer waters, and there's someone here that's blocking you. And you're ready. The Ten of Swords. It means you cannot keep going back. You're not allowed to this time. So you can stay there until you get the message. You won't be moving on anywhere spectacular until you get the message. You've chosen to keep yourself in this slump of a dump. You're down in the dumps. You're down in the dumps. It's not really what you want. But you'll do what you're told. Shall we look at your outcome? Now this outcome is going to be what happens if you actually do this and follow what this feminine's saying. And you let go of all your dreams and goals and fairy tales. The outcome is death. It's going to go one way or another. It's either going to be the death of you, or you're actually going to go through the spiritual transformation. You're going to shine bright. So bright that you could knock down anyone who's pretending to be the king. I don't feel you're allowed to be the emperor. Someone else is making their decisions for you, and it's this feminine here, and she wants you to stay in your cave. So here you are with the strength card. It's not the strength card, it's the death card. You need strength. The strength card is actually, okay, even though the cards haven't come out, I was picking up on the devil energy. And if this is a devil, an energy vampire, the only card in the tarot deck that can beat the devil is the strength card. And the strength card is the masculine and feminine energy together, okay, will be able to fight the devil. So we have you with death. You decide what type of death. I feel like it needs to be a death of the ego, so that you can then go on to, through the towers now, to them sunnier days. The divine here, I feel the divine is here as the high priest, guiding you. All of a sudden, you could really turn things around here, but it is all in your hands. Bottom of the deck. We're talking about love, unconditional love for yourself, and also for others who are in in your environment. Unconditional love. The penny drops. You just want a peaceful life. Again, the universe is offering this to you. You don't have to take it. But don't expect yourself to be going to faraway lands, far out places all the time that you're refusing to take what the divine has lined up. They're two really nice cards. Love and passion. Unconditional love, where you're not judged. With unconditional love, there comes no judgment. It's just love. Love for oneself and love for all. Another opportunity. So cry away those tears. Look. Let me clarify. I actually want to use the tarot to go. Oh, there's a little book here, and they're going to. Messages aren't long, so let's have some fun. Have some fun? Fun and games. Look a bit battered here. Oh, a bit shaky as well. Calm yourself, calm your nerves. This feminine makes you really nervous. You're not sure what she could do, what the repercussions could be. If you don't do what she says. I'm not feeling it's a divine feminine, okay? The divine feminine wouldn't want to keep you in your cave. I want to say someone was wearing their heart on their sleeve, as I've got an itch here. But it's kind of more here. Is your heart moved? That's the card of love, the Page of Cups, with the Seven of Cups. You need to make a decision regarding love. Oh, interesting. In the decision card, we have stars and we have a rainbow. And I believe we have, like, I'm going to call it a squid. We have a palace, a castle, a dragon, a crown with some treasure, and a fairy. And what have you got in your cup? A fish. A sloppy, slippery fish. And you're listening. Your ideas were quite good, weren't they? You had a few. Seven of Cups, and then you've got the Page of Cups here, and what comes waving over you? I don't know, it feels like your heart shifted. By wearing your heart on your sleeve, you'll get hurt, but wear it anyway. And that's what we're looking at. This opportunity is here for you, Divine Masculine. Let's read these cards to go with the Ace of Wands. We're going to start with the Decision card first, then the Page of Cups. The Bee Gees. You win again, so little time, baby, nothing was complete. I don't know if they're the words, but that's what I'm saying. The Bee Gees, you win again. You're going to let her win again. A fish emerges from the cup to the page's surprise. Unexpected news is on the way. With the fish, it is likely to be spiritual. The page is sensitive, thoughtful, helpful, and loyal. The reverse of this card is this young person is easily influenced or distracted. And I feel that's what's happened. Even though it wasn't in reverse, it does look a bit different to what you were looking at with the Seven of Cups. See what the Seven want to say. Conjured by a wizard, fantastic creations emerge from the cups. Stop building castles in the sky. Don't be distracted by flights of fancy. Aha, there it is. She's telling you to stop building castles in the sky, in the air. Sorry, not in the sky. Castles in the air. Don't be distracted by flights of fancy. The reverse meaning is cut through the fluff and get to the heart of the matter. Your willpower will carry you forward. So you can see how you need to change your way, steer away. You need to change. You just need to change what you're doing. You need to reverse it around. It's reversed now. Okay, so cut through the fluff and get to the heart of the matter. Your willpower will carry you forward. The heart of the matter is you're not happy. That's it. I'm not happy. And if someone has an issue and says to you, well, I don't care if you're not happy, then you have every right to go, do you not? I'm not happy. Well, I don't care about that. Exactly, that's why I'm going, because you don't care about my happiness. Full stop. You care about your happiness and how I fit into your happiness, and you have no consideration for my happiness. So now we've got a stroppy emperor. Who's not sure, do I abide by what this feminine tells me to do? Stay in my cave. Let's not evolve. Let's have a look. That's a challenge, you. Are you a king? You're a stroppy emperor. The world. Now this came up yesterday. This energy manipulating you. Let's have a look. It's like she has control. She's got the wand. Silly Billy. How dare you think that you can take charge of your own life? She's in control. She's in control of your world. She's blocked. Yesterday we spoke about a karmic tie, and the ties were just at the top and the bottom. She's covered all angles now. All corners of the earth. The World card. Last card of the major arcanas. A robed figure commands the elements and force of the universe. This card represents a completion of life cycle, a mystical unity with the cosmos. There you go. Over. Get your head out of the clouds. I'm not telling you to do that. Get your head out of the clouds. Come back to earth and get on with life. That's what this feminine's saying. She's a robed figure, feels like death. The Grim Reaper. So a robed figure commands the elements and forces of the universe. This card represents a completion of life cycle or mystical unity with the cosmos. Enough now. No more of this spiritual talk. The power of transcendence is within reach. Can attain worldly success and liberation through spiritual rebirth. You have to go through it to find this skin. Otherwise you know where you're going to be kept. In this cave. There's a spiritual rebirth. It can be obtained. I forgot what it said. So much going on. Not spoken to the devil. The power of transcendence is within reach. Can attain worldly success and liberation through spiritual rebirth. Okay. We said what's gone on in the past. Let's not dwell on her and her comments, advice, direction anymore. So, but let's clarify it. She's stopping you from being happy. It's the 9 of Cups. You just want to be happy. You've tried to make her happy. Now, this actually looks like you. Look at the face here. Look at a little chubby face. Is that what she calls you? She call you chubby? I was going to say, give her a slap. I don't slap her. But, 9 of Cups. She's putting a stop to all your dreams here. Surrounded by golden cups, a man beams happily. The peacock feather in his hat denotes good luck. This wish card promises that a wish, probably of a material nature, will be granted by the questioner. Surrounded by golden cups, a man beams happily. You want to be happy. The peacock feather in his hat denotes good luck. This feminine's not really sending any good luck your way. Bad fortune. Bad fortune. The wish card promises that a wish, probably of a material nature, will be granted to the questioner. Did you say that question? Did you state that question? Why am I not happy? Now I put that it will be granted by the questioner. This feminine doesn't really have your happiness at heart. I feel like you've tried to speak about it, you've been dismissed. I think you really tried to, I don't want to say escape, that's not good, is it? But escape from jail, and you've just been held there. Lots of messages coming in now, because you're going against the flow, and you're trying to force a situation, one that's not in your favour. It's in the favour of this Queen of Swords. Do you owe her? She's got something over you. She's got a hold over you. Well, let's have a look. The Lovers. Does she know? She might know. You got the Lovers here with the Ten of Pentacles, and that is what she's keeping you from. That's where you need to go. So it's like she wants the Ten of Pentacles, this feminine here, and she wants that with you. I'm not sure that there's this real strong connection here with the Lovers, but I feel like she just wants you to stay. You're her legacy. Without you, it's like she has no fortune without you. So the Lovers is the current energy. All the messages coming in from the angels. You're very upset. You're wanting to be comforted and held. And I feel until you actually make your way to your divine feminine, then the divine is going to keep you safely within their arms. This isn't a very good energy. The Lovers. Let's read the Lovers. Major Arcana, card number 6. Associated with the sign of Gemini, the twins. The image depicts lovers in an embrace while an angel looks on. Gemini seeks a soulmate, a new love. This card suggests love, friendship and partnership. Also represents the duality of earthly and divine love. You're craving love, especially it's picking up on the twins, which would be twin flames, divine masculine, divine feminine coming together. And it's actually that connection of the two of you together, the power behind it. That's why it's called like twin flames. Okay. So we have Gemini here. The image depicts lovers in an embrace while an angel looks on. Gemini seeks a soulmate, a new love. This card suggests love, friendship and partnership. Also represents the duality of earthly and divine love. I don't feel you have divine love in your past situation. Earthly love, have you seen how others on this earth? Ask them, what does love mean to you? Ask people. If you could define love, what is it? You could ask this feminine that. What's love in your eyes then? Probably won't be long before she kicks you out. Anyway, Ten of Pentacles, an old man. surrounded by family and possessions, contently strokes a dog. Is that going to be enough for you, being an old man surrounded by your family and lots of possessions? Life is full. Wealth will be passed down through the generations and the family is safe and secure. But your well-being isn't, or your love. This true divine love, that's not safe and secure. Now, in the future, what are you doing? Are you charging away from her, or are you still charging towards her? Because she's, have a look. Yeah? Yeah. So let's look at this charging. Knight of Swords. It's meant to be a knight in shining armour. I don't reckon your armour's that shiny. Felt a bit rusty. Conflict in the future. Well, you can't say that you wasn't warned and you haven't been warned a lot. I know this one's been doing her warning. You're more scared of her than what you are of divine. You're more scared of her repercussions than the repercussions that it's going to have on your long-term future. No, more for you. And that's what's divine saying, more for you. So I don't believe you're really going to be going anywhere until you correct yourself. Conflict. 5 of Rods. Hello, Mr. Birdie. Are these youths playing or fighting? Leadership is absent from this competition. If forces can be rallied, the struggle will prove fruitful. Do you remember what force I said? You need to be able to beat the devil. Divine masculine, divine feminine together. The strength card. If forces can be rallied, the struggle will prove fruitful. Suggest labour unions or political organisations. Okay. You need to have a look at who you're in union with and whether you're planning on being in that union for life. You're going to head straight back into battle again. Okay. Behind the scenes, the divine is assisting you with moving on to calmer waters. The 6 of Swords. To your 10 of Cups. I can see the palace. And a rainbow. And I bet there's unicorns flying around. Lying around. Unicorns flying around. And we've got the fairies flying around. And dragons flying around. I can't see all those, but this is where my imagination's going. And we've got happy kids here saying, look at that. Did you see that fairy? And these kids are believing in fairy tales. And the masculine here, it's your hand that makes this happen. 10 of Cups, behind the scenes. 2 characters in the boat. You're on your own. Strength of the divine feminine with you will be able to bring you the prosperity, love, passion. Belly's rumbling. You're rumbling for it. It's like a lion. You have to do some work. and I feel like, first of all, it's alone, but not... You just have to get yourself out of this, and then I feel as soon as you embrace your divine feminine, all the pressure's going to be... Things are really going to turn around for you. Interesting. It actually feels like the divine's kind of giving you an ultimatum now. My live that I done last night, there was an ultimatum coming from a karmic energy. And it looks like today, divine's like, okay, well, if you're up for ultimatums, that's cool. I've got one for you. How about your life's not going to move on until you make the right decision? Well, you chose to fuck around with this person, thinking that divine, but what can divine do? Come on. Do I even really believe in that? Well, your best. You best believe in it. You're better to believe in it. 10 of Cups. This is what's being assisted behind the scenes, helping you get to where you actually want to be. Okay. They're kind of saying, you did ask for this. So the divine is moving you and these two other figures. Okay, which means that later on, because we're looking at the legacy, yeah, okay, you might be surrounded by money and all your family's together and you've got a nice little dog that you can pat, yeah. But this is about future generations, how they're going to be also public figures. It's not only are you releasing yourself from your cave, but also your children. You're being that good role model. A happy family beholds the rainbow in a scene of great joy. This card signifies fulfillment, happiness and domestic harmony. So, you stay where you are. Feels more like domestic violence. Okay. And you're going to choose to raise your children in that environment? Well, the divine's not impressed with you. So don't expect really life to get any better. Two of Cups. Let me just get up Einstein's definition of insanity. I want to get the wording right. Definition of gravity. Okay. Sorry. It's a definition of insanity. Okay. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That witticism, I'll call it, Einstein insanity, is usually attributed to Albert Einstein. And it says the real definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Be told, Divine Masculine. Two of Cups. Why are you not tapping into the resources that are available to you to help you through this? It's all been lined up, Divine Masculine, because you're so scared. You are so scared of this being here. And like I said, you're more afraid of her than what you are of what the divine can do. Listen, if you've come here to waste your life away, not just your life, but the lives of others, the divine's not really going to deliver you much abundance, are they? Why? You're just going to waste it. What are you going to do with all the money? You're not allowed out to go and share that with the world. It's got to stay in the home. It's for your future. Future you and your children and your grandchildren. Well, that's if your children go on to have children. I mean, are they afraid of love? Now, if there's not domestic harmony within the home, who on earth would want to take on that? You're programming your children to believe that that's the way that things are. Give up on your fairy tales and your dreams. There you are, King of Cups. What are you doing here? You do just want love. You feel so much more gentle here. Take on Einstein's advice. You've got another one underneath as well. Okay, so you're waiting for your ship to come in. You could have had a change of heart here. That would be good to have a change of heart, because your one's quite corrupt. King of Cups, excuse me. Listen, we all have hiccups, like major hiccups. You just can't expect things to change when you keep doing things the same. So the lion's scowling at you. He's saying, Don't you dare. That's not loving that carp. That's manipulation and torture. Even that lion here, he's trying to look. He's actually, it's got like that needle. That's just about to prick your hand. You know what divine might do? Put you in a sleep for 100 years. Means you'll have to wait till next lifetime. Okay, when you wake up. So you might wake up on your deathbed if you don't wake up beforehand. And then you're going to go, what if I got it all wrong? What if I was wrong? On the deathbed. Touch the spindle. Touch it, I say. You might be put into a deep sleep. King of Cups. Do you want it? How much do you really want it, Divine Masculine? Not just for you, but how much do you really want it for the future generation, for your children? Like Neptune, the King of Cups reigns over the sea. His authority calms turbulent waters. And that's, I believe that's the word I kept using. I wouldn't normally use that word, turbulent, with the trees here. Turbulence with, where else did I see the trees really? Oh, it'll be in So the King of Cups. His authority calms turbulent waters. He is creative and compassionate, often a doctor or a counsellor. So who are you caring for and who are you advising, or are you even allowed to do those? Are you even allowed to do your job? Well, that's the healing caducus, I believe they call it. And they're like, no, don't touch it. Don't. You can't heal this. You can't heal this situation. You keep trying to. It's like they're saying to you, you're insane. You really are insane. Just like this feminine here. She's insane. There is no sanity. There's no sanity in divinity. Well, there is. But there's just doesn't see things the same as you. So you best come back to her beliefs, because yours are way too far out there. And it's not fair on the children to do that. To fill their minds with hopes and dreams, and that you'll get everything that you desire. You just need to put your attention on that and never give up hope. Never lose hope. This feminine doesn't agree with that. So you're going to have to do it her way. Your poor children. Your poor grandchildren. What kind of grandparents are you going to be with that attitude? Are you setting them up for all the woe and worry of this life? Or you're feeling as if you're going to protect them from that. You can't protect your children, just like you can't protect or heal this feminine. It's a journey. It's a life journey. You're best to instill some real good, strong principles, fundamentals that are sound. So, King of Cups. Let's look at this Three of Rods, because you're waiting for your ship to come in. Well, have you changed anything? Your ship's not going to come in all the time you're doing things the same way. Let me guess. Who gives a shit what Einstein said? I mean, well, why? Who gives a shit? He's only a fucking genius, wasn't he? But hey, don't take on the words of Einstein if you don't want to. There's a dignified man watches from the shore as ships return to the harbour. Trade and bargaining are on the horizon. Although compromise is necessary, you are negotiating from a position of strength, are you? Well, I'm glad you got the message then. What will beat the devil? The strength card. Waiting for your ship, it's coming in. It's really coming in. You do have to kind of make a decision soon. I'm not sure when the next opportunity is going to come for you to be able to be offered the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Okay. How are you feeling? No, we've just done that. You know how I'm feeling. Two of Wands, partial success. Are you going to throw it all away? How is this affecting others? It's not just about you. It's not just about you, this other feminine, and your children. This is about being a good role model. Being what you're here to be. Nine of Rods. I picked that up on the box, didn't I? You look a bit, what's happened to the colour? You look a bit ill. If you stand this box, look how dull your life is. You bring some vibrancy to it. Look, no one said it was going to be easy. No one. No one said it was going to be easy, but it will be worth it. Nine of Rods. Can you do it? Of course you can. I've just told you how. With the strength of the Divine Feminine's energy. Let's read the Nine of Rods here. Oh, you opened up straight away to it. No fucking about now. Already wounded, a worried man braces for the next salvo. This is the eye of the storm. The situation will worsen before it improves, but you are prepared. Okay then. You're prepared. This situation will worsen before it improves. I believe it's at its worst possible stance that it could be. Your state of being is not great. Okay? Do you really want things to get worse? If you do, then throw away all your future. If not, I feel you're just about to come out of this. But you have to do something, Divine Masculine. How is this affecting you when it comes to hopes or fears? Judgment. You can see that this feminine's directing all the energy here. I believe that's Archangel. I'm going to say it's Archangel Gabriel. Red flags. Red flag. Not spiritual truths. This one is sending out to others and like you're taking it all in. They're not spiritual truths. The Archangel is blowing a trumpet over it, saying to you, it's a red flag. You really wanting to line yourself up for this life of judgment? Queen of Cups. See this band that she's got? Where is it? This band that she's got. Band of brothers. Geez, they stuck together to get through the war. Band of brothers. Good close-knit community. But I feel like your bands are different. The intentions of this Queen of Cups, I mean, she actually feels that she's right. So she will be right. If she believes she's right, then she is. Like in her own right. Just had an alarm go off. Washing machine's finished. That cycle's finished. Has it? Okay, let's read what the Queen of Cups wants to say. This is your fear. The Queen drinks deeply from the cup of life. So the alcoholism is coming through. But it sounded like the tyres kept screeching. Okay. So this Queen drinks deeply from the cup of life. Her emotions and sexuality are intense. She relies on intuition before intellect. Her intuition's way off. That's not her intuition she's tapping into. That's old programming. So she's not very intellectual when it comes to spiritual matters. It's like she's directing you into the fire. Okay, wow. Let's hope it's the fires of change, of spiritual transformation, Divine Masculine. There's your outcome. The reverse meaning for that Queen of Cups is be wary of self-indulgence or wayward morality. A lot of this is reversed, even though the cards aren't coming up like that. Well, it's because I don't have my cards in reverse. Death card, outcome. I feel a little bit sick now. Okay. You feel sick to the stomach? A little bit. You look it as well. How many cards have we got here? 4? Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, you're going to have to actually do something. You can't just sit there. It's like you're going to sit there and rot. What is it? The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is depicted in carefully tilled rolling hills. The country squire on his estate. He takes his responsibilities seriously and finishes what he starts. He loves the natural world. That might be why you feel as if... Well, that's either you going through your spiritual transformation. You're halfway through it. Okay, so there's kind of no going back. That's why Divine's saying until you go forward and finish this spiritual ascension that you're going through, you're going to be held, like in torture. So the Knight is depicted in carefully tilled rolling hills. The country squire on his estate. He takes his responsibility seriously and finishes what he starts. Loves the natural world. Now you've got the King of Rods. You're needing to have a really good think. You've got the Lion behind you. So now I feel like you're actually thinking about what the strength can do. The strength of feminine, masculine combined. Okay, we'll get it wrapped up soon. The King of Rods is depicted with the lion rampant at his back. He has the strength to back up his ideas and vision. This self-starter can rarely sit still. Honest and dependable, a natural leader and a man of action. Okay, well I feel like you've got to prove that to yourself, no one else. This is the outcome. 2 of Cups, this looks better. Ah, look, the Lion. He looks a lot more contented with this connection. I don't know what's behind, but you can see 4 coins. Yeah, can you see the difference? It's quite a bit of distance here. So the strength of Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine putting their heads together. Okay? The Strength card. Outcome. Linked to the sign of Leo, the lion is a sexual animal, but his base instincts are checked by the caress of a maiden. She's hindering you, especially when it comes to passionate sex. Message, use your head and not your heart. Exercise restraint, hold your power in reserve. Courage and fortitude will bring success. Courage and fortitude will bring success. Could signify healing qualities. I've read the wrong card. Jeez. I've read the Strength card. Okay, can we read the Lovers? Oh no, it's not even the Lovers, it's 2 of Cups. See how confusing it can get? Get distracted. Let's read the 2 of Cups. A young couple is absorbed only in each other. This is the card of passion and romance. And they were the things that were lacking. Your relationship will enter a new and important phase. Will an engagement or marriage result? There's intense eroticism. Right, erotic. Erotic, put your hands all over my body. Interesting, because in reverse, and I feel like this is the reverse, it says, a tumultuous relationship has too many ups and downs. Open the lines of communication and avoid misunderstanding. Someone's massively misunderstood. Okay, the outcome is you're working. You're working towards this, are you? 8 of Pentacles. You're working towards something that you started. What is it? Are you going to focus on this connection here, where it's okay, that your happiness doesn't really matter, the happiness of others is more important to you, so you can knuckle down so that you can provide a legacy to leave, as in inheritance, money. So work really hard now, and then it doesn't matter about you having money to enjoy and for you to travel the world and experience all the good, okay, that this life has to offer you, otherwise you wouldn't have come forth. You didn't come forth to just line up your children's future. What about you? So that's really the choice. You're going to work on the money, long-term security, and all the time you're feeling insecure. Or you're going to look at it from a different angle, because it looks like there's that feels like an L here, which would be an angle. Let's see what the card wants to say. 8 of Pentacles. A young craftsman, his tools around him, carefully examines his handiwork. You're a quick study. Advance your craft with conscientious effort, and success can be achieved through old-fashioned hard work. I feel like you want to be like old-fashioned. It's like you don't want to be told what to do. You want to be the provider. But this one here, and it feels very much like you want to do it your way. And I did it my way. Okay, at least you can say that you've done it your way at the end of the day. Well, not at the moment, are you? You're making other people happy. Okay, I'm not sure what else I picked up or where I was going with that. Let's leave it. Let's just leave it. That's your attitude. Let's just leave. It's too much, isn't it, to think about? Geez, come on. The underlying energy has clarified itself. Ace of Cups with the Ace of Cups. Lots of tears in this one. No, can't see any tears on this one. I was actually going to say with this about the lily pads. Okay, but they've actually bloomed here. The lotus. 2 of them. You and your divine feminine. Look where the cup is, in the clouds. Do you really want to get your head out of the clouds? Oh no, that's where all dreams are, and visions, and your imagination, your inspiration. But it seems to be an issue with you being up in the clouds. What was underneath? Page of Rods. That's a message coming in. But we're not going to look at that. That's depending upon your decisions. Your decisions on what? On whether or not you walk away from those 8 cups that are not satisfying you. Where do you walk to? Towards the 2 of Cups. Why do you walk towards the 2 of Cups? Because they make the 10 of Cups, and that's what you're really desiring. So, are you going to make the call? In the name of love? Why is that reversed now? Ace of Cups. Streams of life-giving water flow from the lovely chalice. Oh, bright beginnings. That's what it says. Oh, bright beginnings. It is the heady start. Is it the heady start of a love affair? You feel tremendous joy and optimism, fertility and abundance. Reversed? Could be a false start or an unfulfilling relationship. Take off the rose-coloured glasses and see things as they are. What one are you going to do? She's telling you it doesn't exist. Could be a false start or an unfulfilling relationship. Take off the rose-coloured glasses and see things how they are. Well, them clouds are rosy. Streams of life-giving water flow from the lovely chalice. Oh, bright beginnings. Is it the heady start of a love affair? And that's why this feminine wants to keep you in your cave. She knows that you're worth more, and she knows that you're going to go and deliver more of yourself to a true love connection. I feel she's got wind of the lovers. Jealousy. Envy will come in a bit later. Jealousy. Best not do it then if it upsets her. You feel tremendous joy and optimism, fertility and abundance. I'm going to see what your angels and ancestors want to say. Top card, Seer. See beyond the current situation. Have you got a crystal ball? You've got some kind of ball here. A stress ball, not a crystal one. You're not crystal clear because this feminine, although she's telling you to get your head out of the cloud, she's actually causing you a lot of fogginess. Okay, let's see what your angels and ancestors want to say to you. Hermit, retreat and recharge. The message is to take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. Benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. Once you put your heart back in place, so I felt like it had kind of moved. So in the past, by wearing your heart on your sleeve, you got hurt. But the statement does say but wear it anyway. But wear it anyway. Close yourself off here to love and future love. The Hermit card is one of solitude and meditation. It represents your capacity to go within and arrive at the cave of your heart. Many of the answers to your problems lie within, and if you don't take the time to connect with yourself and feel comfortable alone, you won't be able to hear the messages that are rising up inside you. The cross-legged meditation position of the cave dweller, Sadhu, on the card, is an invitation to harness the power of your meditation practice. The Sri Yantra symbol behind him represents the union of feminine and masculine energies, hence support from Mother, Father God. It says you have been working hard and giving your all to your current situation, and it may become draining and detrimental to your development unless you retreat and recharge your energies. So you are being guided to take a step back at this time. If you are working on bringing something together, your over-involvement could impede the process. So retreat and breathe. If you have something to say or do that could have a larger impact on your life, spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation, before moving forward. Often when we rush in, we don't see how distractive is you rushing in here. If you have something to say or do that could have a larger impact on your life, spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation, before moving forward. Often when we rush in, we don't see how destructive our actions can be. So meditate and listen to your soul's wisdom before proceeding further. The High Priest was next. So there's the Hermit, the High Priest. Intend and create. Where's the High Priest here? We did see him. Somewhere. What else can I give you? What other guidance? We'll stay away from the fairies. Okay. Now I think you're going to need a message from the Mother Mary. And then I'm going to go and leave you with this. Leave you in the hands of the divine. This has been a long reading. Oh, 11106. Okay, let's get this wrapped up. Okay, Mother Mary, can we have a message for the Divine Masculine, please, for this week? Guidance would be nice. This one? I don't want that one as well. Okay. Too confusing, too many messages. Our Lady of Ripening on the Vine. You're ready to fall off of the vine. You're ripe and juicy and ready. And it's number 4, and it's the number of your card, Emperor. Our Lady of Ripening on the Vine. There's a lot going on in this picture, isn't there? Got some pears, some golden pears hanging there. If you've got 3 eggs, 3 eggs in a basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. What happens if they all break? What happens if something happens to that one basket? Okay. What else is going on in there? We've got this bird. The wings covering the eye here. It's like you can see through the illusion. Let's have a look. Card number 4. I ask you to surrender your future thinking to me. Although your future contains the promise of great blessings, do not let this distract you from the blessing I bestow upon you in this moment. I ask you to open your arms to my blessings in the here and now. You are the sweet fruit heavy on the vine. The time for harvest has come, and this is your time. Many of us who live the Holy Mother's, many of us who live the Holy Mother's way, many of us who love the Holy Mother are dreamers. You get that? You really want to get your head out of the clouds? Many of us who love the Holy Mother are dreamers. We might be practical and hard-working, attending to the details of daily life and spiritual consciousness, but we have hope in our hearts. Yet that hope may be for the future, that of our children, of our planet. This hope is a precious light that is needed in the world. Yet our light of hope is also needed in the here and now. We need to be living the divine now, not only dreaming of a more divinely aligned life in a fantasy of our future. So I spoke about, it's not about creating this for like your children and your grandchildren. What about you? Right here and now. The divine wants us to live our life now, to benefit ourselves and the world with our presence. Now, yes, we are always growing, yet there is a readiness within you now. This oracle comes to you as a confirmation. There is something within you, something of you that is ready, even if the immediate reality doesn't match a fantasy that you have once held about how life would be when you would finally share more of yourself with the world. You are still ready, and this is your time to shine. It is in this shining forth that the manifestation can happen now, not in waiting for it to happen before you reach the destination. If you do this, the destination will always be in your future rather than happening now. Your manifestation happens through you as you acknowledge that you are what you are seeking already. It is just bringing it to light that needs to happen now. In this oracle, the mother asks you to honour the light that is ignited within you now and to act upon it with utter faith. The dreamers are needed in the present moment, you see. We can help the sacred becoming, the healing of the world according to the Divine Mother's grace, by how we choose to be at this time. We are not just building spiritual consciousness for a future time. We are building it to live in it now. And now is the time to trust. Now is the time to know that you are her chosen child, her heavenly son or daughter, and that you are divine in flesh. This is your time to be living with complete abandon into your own soul, knowing that the spiritual energy within is now manifesting itself in your physical reality. There is not only a blessing in your future, there is blessing for you to succeed in this present moment. This oracle brings you a particular message that you are more ready than you think you are for whatever adventure most concerns your heart or is already right at your feet. Do not shy away. It is your time for harvest. Open your arms and gather abundance to you. Trust that your abundance will benefit others too, because the more you have, the more you can choose to share and give. Like now. Rather than accumulating all this wealth to give once you're gone. It doesn't work like that. You are mistold. You are missold a promise that will never be delivered. So open your arms and gather abundance to you. Trust that your abundance will benefit others too, because the more you have, the more you can choose to share and give. And do not be afraid to receive blessings and to have what your heart desires. The manifesting desires of your heart are the heavenly fruit becoming heavy on the vine and ripening, ready to be enjoyed. Fruit that is not gathered and eaten will rot, feeding the earth to be born again. So nothing is wasted. Yet that fruit could be sweetly savoured by those capable of receiving. There is so much waiting for you in this moment. Gather your harvest, accept the goodness, and let gratitude fill your heart. You have worked hard for this harvest. Let it be rich and bountiful in all ways. Let your divine inheritance come to you now as naturally as fruit ripening on the vine. This oracle brings a particular message that a dream, project, or idea that you have been nursing will succeed. The time for that success is fast approaching and will happen as naturally as fruit ripening on the vine. And I am going to leave your reading there. Divine Masculine, much love. Take care. And I'll catch up with you guys soon. Okay. Bye for now.